Christine Hart-Savage, good evening to you.
Hi, Grubby. How you going? I hope you're breathing well.
Yeah, look, should it be in through my nose and out through my mouth? What sort of breathing should I be doing after my heart's been up a bit and then it's down a bit and I'm having severe disappointment? What sort of breathing do I do?
I heard that about your football.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, through the nose, always through the nose.
Okay. I'm sitting up. I'm sitting up straight. And you've got me going. Okay. And hold it, and then breathe out again?
No, don't even hold it. Just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose and then back in through the nose, but nice and gently. I can hear that's very, very strange, Grubby.
All right. You're the expert. You're only trying to help. We'd love your calls anytime. Christine, terrific to get you on to 3AW Nights. I've been dying to talk to you on air for some time. Tell us about the sort of work that you do. How did you get started? What inspired you? And tell us about your own life changes.
Oh, boy. I've had so many life changes, it's unbelievable. But through a really major life change when I was about 34, around that mid-30s, is when my whole life completely changed through going through panic attacks, anxiety, stress, fear, and eventually breakdown. And that was one of the greatest things that ever happened to me because it took me on a whole new journey into studying, meditating, learning about breathing and breathwork, and into metaphysics. And I loved it. And when I was practicing all of these things day to day, I started to heal.
Right.
And my life completely changed. And I've been doing this work ever since. I love it. But it's interesting, you mentioned about change.
Yeah.
Just jumping in there,
yeah.
Buddy, because at the moment I'm going through change again, and I've been sorting through 30 years of client files. I'm keeping them from about 2016 onwards.
Yeah.
And all the others, I have been shredding. Thousands and thousands and thousands of files. And the thing that's on the top of nearly every file, people are presenting with anxiety and fear through going through change, facing change.
And that's the big thing. Yeah. But why do we fear it so much? Why do we fear change? Why do we fear it? Because that's just life. That's what happens to you in life. I mean, you've got to be able to accept. It's easier said than done, isn't it? When I say got to be able to accept change, but why the big fear?
Because we feel unsafe. We feel really unsafe with fear, any sort of fear. Sometimes people really want change, but facing that, what happens next? What does it look like? That feels unsafe. And when things happen that are really just instant and we really don't like it, that's unwanted change. But we still think, oh, my goodness. But you're right, it's just life.
But what about when you make plans in life? And we all tend to look at it. Look, I like my ducks in a row, Christine. I've got to tell you, I like my ducks in a row. But what's the old expression? The gods laugh at those who plan.
It's something like that. No, you said that. I can't think of it.
So what's the difference between planning and dreaming?
Well, I think we need to dream first.
Yeah.
Then, if it's a dream that we really want to create, then we need to put those practical things in order. So we do need to plan. I think planning is really important.
Yeah. So, okay to plan, but accept the fact that things might change and you might get a few humps in the road, obviously.
Well, we have so many. Some are big, some are little. But I think the whole thing is with life is learning to actually balance yourself on the inside.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be change and lumps on the outside.
Yeah.
So if we can get to a point where we can really manage our inner landscape and get that nice and balanced, we do well in life.
Interesting topic came up today. Tom was talking about it. Tom Elliott was talking about it in mornings today, talking about how a certain percentage of the population, younger people, aim to retire at 55. Now, this is the same generation, Christine, who don't have kids until they're well into their mid-30s, early 40s. How are they going to retire at 55? Or why would they want to? Why are they aspiring to retire at 55 when work gives us, so many of us over 55s, a purpose, not to mention money, and something to do? How do you achieve the perfect work-life balance, in your opinion?
Well, I think we're all working on that one, Grub. I know that I've even got that one right at all.
Yeah.
But in a way, it's about doing something you love.
Yeah.
I love what I do. You love what you do.
Sure.
It's finding something you love and then also having whatever else you love in your life, whether it's family, whether it is the kids. I think 55, if you're retired at 55, you would have to have some sort of focus.
Yeah,
in your life.
Especially,
you have to have something to do.
Yeah, but what if you retire at 55 and you've got a 14-year-old? And what do you make of places, retirement villages that advertise for 55s plus? I mean, it's a little, are these all the same young people making these suggestions for people of a certain age to retire? You know, I reckon 55 is the beginning of a whole new life for a lot of people, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, you're recreating something new, and it might be 55, it might be 50, it might be 45, it could be 60.
Yeah.
But at some point, we're recreating our lives. It's like, okay, I'm done here. What's next? And, you know, we can really look at that with excitement. It's a great opportunity to do something new.
Yeah. And
take us in a new direction.
And therefore change is okay. Because at 50, do you think, or is it just us, because we're kind of over that age a little bit, Christine. But do you think that you look at 55-year-olds now? I was watching Dancing with the Stars the other night. Now, Sonia Kruger, God bless her, and she's a great girl and a great dancer. She's 57, so she could have been in a retirement home for 2 years, according to the ads. A 57-year-old's different to 57-year-olds 40 years ago, do you think? Or was it just because we were 40 years younger? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I think it's both, but I do think they're different. I think people that are in their 60s these days are like people we used to be when they were about 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're very, very different. Even when you look at people and the way they move and the way they dress, I mean, people are sprightly.
Yeah.
It's 70 these days and older.
Yeah, sure. Plenty including someone you might be talking to on the wireless at the moment, Christine Hart-Savage. Christine Hart-Savage, Breathwork and Metaphysical life coach, and you've had many interesting changes in your life and you conduct seminars. You've got one coming up. Tell us a little bit about that, Christine.
Well, I'm a guest on one of them.
Yes.
So that one, I'm not sure which one you mean, that one. And there's another one that I'm actually running online. That's at the end of this month.
Okay. So what does that entail and how do people get onto it?
They can actually find that on my website. And it's called, wait for this, it's called How to Give a Shift.
Oh, gee, you were close then. I had my finger on the dump button, Christine. But and it's all about people, you know, accepting their lives, but accepting change throughout their lives.
Yes, look, it teaches people how to breathe correctly. It teaches you about what's stopping us from moving forward, because so many times people come because they can't move forward. That's how it used to be for me as well.
Yeah.
Like we keep going around in circles and think, how come I'm trying so hard to make changes and they're not happening?
Yeah.
So it teaches you about energy. It teaches you about transforming old charged emotion, those sort of reactions we have to things, how to settle that, how to get your insides nice and calm.
Christine, you've spoken so much about breath work, and that's one of your big things. How important is proper breathing? What's the difference between the way I'm breathing now and breathing that can make me feel better?
Look, mostly any breathing that you're conscious of is good breathing. Mm-hmm. But what happens when we go into any sort of discomfort, fear, anxiety, panic, anything that's new where we feel discomfort, we lose our breath. Now, what I mean by that is that suddenly you're not aware and your breath has really shut down. It's become very short, very shallow, and we lose the breath. So when that happens, the body gets really tight and contracts in on us.
Sure.
And that creates a discomfort. But every time we do that and there's some sort of emotion and thought process attached to it, it stays in the body. It literally stays in the body until it's released.
Yeah.
But we tend to collect and build up this stress in the body. And then we become very reactive. And it controls us rather than we control ourselves.
Yeah, understand. Christine, it's been great talking to you. Look, the sort of work you do, it's so today. Are you rushed off your feet with people coming to you? You've gone through COVID. You've done all that sort of stuff. You must be rushed off your feet at the moment in your line of work.
Oh, Grub, I'm working with balance, the life-work balance.
Good.
So I make sure that I do stay balanced.
Yeah.
Always.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Christine Hart-Savage, Breathwork and Metaphysical Life Coach. One more time, how do we get to you?
You can go onto my website and you can get everything that you need on there. It's soullifeconnection.com.
Well, it's been an absolute delight talking to you on 3AW Nights, Christine. Might talk to you again one day. And thank you so much for taking our call.
That's lovely, girl. Keep on breathing well.
I'll do my best. Christine Hart-Savage, good talking. Coming up next,